Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Pearson, your elementary ELL teacher. Today we're going to focus on chapter 2 of Bud Not Buddy and vocabulary words 1 to 5. For this lesson, you will need a pencil and a piece of paper or journal page, and you're going to divide the paper into 3 equal parts or thirds. 1, 2, 3, and draw 2 lines here. And then write numbers 1 through 5. And then for each number, you're going to write the vocabulary or targeted word. And then in the second column, you can write a short definition or synonym. And a synonym is a word that means the same, just like combine is a synonym of mix. They are similar, they mean the same thing. If you can't think of a synonym or a short definition, you can just write the word a second time. And then in the third column, I want you to draw a quick sketch to help you remember each of the vocabulary words. If you need to, push pause, get a pencil and a piece of paper, and then push play when you're ready to join us again. So, number 1, get your pencil, and you're going to write cur, C-U-R, cur. A cur can be a mean, cowardly person or a worthless, unfriendly dog. Cur. Cur can mean a mean, cowardly person or a worthless, unfriendly dog. And here's our quote from Bud Not Buddy, chapter 2. "Toddy boy, are you all right?" She looked over to where I was peeking from under the bed. "You little cur, what have you done to Toddy?" Miss Amos. So again, the word is cur. And your question is, which definition do you think the author intended? A mean, cowardly person or a worthless, unfriendly dog? So make sure you write the word cur, and you can write a short definition or write the word again and a quick sketch. Number 2 for chapter 2, write the word asthma, A-S-T-H-M-A, asthma. Asthma is a disorder that causes the airways of the lungs to swell and narrow, leading to wheezing, shortness of breath, chest tightness, and coughing. Asthma. So here's our quote. "This is how you choose to repay me? Not only have you struck him, you have provoked his asthma." Mrs. Amos. So again, write asthma. You could write lung disorder as your synonym. And then if I'm going too fast, push pause and draw a quick sketch. Right, we're still on chapter 2. Our third word is street urchin, S-T-R-E-E-T, urchin, U-R-C-H-I-N, street urchin. What is a street urchin? A homeless child getting into mischief on the streets. Street urchin, a homeless child getting into mischief on the streets. And here is our quote from the story. "He turned the pencil toward me, crunched up against the headboard. I saw Ticonderoga printed on the yellow wood." Todd laughed. "I've never gotten it as deep as the N on any of you other little street urchins." And again, if I'm not giving you enough time, you can push pause, but also at the end of this lesson, I will give you the words again with the picture, and there you can check your work. Number 4 for chapter 2, the word is cold-cocked, C-O-L-D-C-O-C-K-E-D, cold-cocked. What does cold-cocked mean? It means to knock someone unconscious with a fist. To knock someone unconscious with a fist. And notice I highlighted the word knock unconscious. And here's our quote. "I swung as hard as I could at Todd's big balloon head. Todd fell on the floor like he had been cold-cocked." And again, cold-cocked means to knock someone unconscious with the fist. If I go too fast and you can't draw the picture, don't worry, at the end of this lesson, You can pause it and I'll give you the words again. Number 5 for chapter 2, vermin, V-E-R-M-I-N, vermin. What are vermin? Disgusting animals, especially those that are of small size, that are common and difficult to control. So vermin are disgusting animals, especially those of small size that are common and difficult to control. Examples of vermin are cockroaches, flies, rats, mosquitoes, lice, and bed bugs. So here's our quote from the book. I do know I shall not allow vermin to attack my poor baby in his own house, Mrs. Amos. Who is Mrs. Amos calling vermin? Who do you think she's calling vermin? Hint, who is the main character of the story? All right, so as promised, you can check your work. Chapter 2, words 1 through 5. If you need to, push pause to finish writing all these words and a short definition or synonym. Number 1, cur, mean person. Number 2, asthma, lung disease, asthma. Number 3, street urchin, homeless child. 4, cold-cocked, knocked out. And 5, vermin, disgusting animals. Again, check your work, push pause if you need to, and then play when you're ready to join us again to finish the rest of our slides, but you don't need to write anything else. So this is just listening. Listen to this slide, chapter 2, Ticonderoga pencil. You might have seen this when you go school shopping for school supplies. What is a Ticonderoga pencil? Well, here's our quote. When I jerked up in bed and opened my eyes, Todd was standing next to me with a yellow pencil in his hand. I saw Ticonderoga printed on the yellow wood. So there's an example of a Ticonderoga pencil. All right, listen to this slide, chapter 2, black razor strap. You see a picture of the black razor strap. And down at the bottom, it says men's razor blades were not disposable, meaning you couldn't throw them away in the 1930s. Men would sharpen the razor blade on a leather strap. So they would take the razor blade and sharpen it using the leather strap. But you also see in this picture that there's this mean man swatting a boy with the leather strap, and this happened a long time ago. And here is a quote. You shall go to Todd and apologize, or I shall be forced to give you the strapping of your life, Mrs. Amos. So Mrs. Amos was threatening Bud, saying, if you don't apologize, I'm going to give you a strapping, which could be called a whooping or something to that effect. And here is the quote down here. I didn't even notice the thick black razor strap hanging from her hand. Bud. All right, listen again. Chapter 2, John Dillinger. Here's a picture of John Dillinger. John Dillinger was an American bank robber during the Depression. His gang robbed 24 banks and 4 police stations. Dillinger escaped from jail twice. So he was famous in the Depression. Here's our quote. I put my head down and started shooting apologies out, just like John Dillinger shoots out bullets, Bud. So I'm going to read that again. I put my head down and started shooting apologies out like John Dillinger shoots out bullets. So that's a simile because he says it's just like John Dillinger. figurative language. All right, our last PowerPoint slide for this lesson, Chapter 2, Brer Rabbit. Here's a picture of Brer Rabbit book. In the Uncle Remus stories from the southern United States, Brer Rabbit is the trickster who succeeds by his wits rather than by force. He makes fun of authority figures and bends the rules as he sees fit. The name Brer Rabbit comes from Brother Rabbit, and these stories have been linked to African and Cherokee cultures. So here's our quote from the book. I was being just like Brer Rabbit in one of the books Mama used to read to me at night, Bud. All right, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thanks for doing the vocabulary words and pictures with me. Have a great day.